Good morning, guys. Here I am, very early in the morning in Hawaii. I haven't filmed any Pokemon content yet, but I think I'll get to that soon. Didn't really know how I would do that. I just knew I thought it'd be cool, but yeah, we'll see. What's going on, you guys? My name is Matt, and I'm kind of dumb. Did I really think I would film a video in Hawaii? I seriously thought I could. I thought I could set up my laptop, set up my phone, and just record myself in my hotel room or by the beach and do this. That wasn't the case. I was way too damn busy and whatnot. Had a great time. At the end of the video here, I will show a couple clips, maybe talk about it a little bit if you're more interested in my personal life. So no one will be watching that, I'm guessing. But that's alright. This week we have a different episode. I'm going to be going through this live. Alright, so I'll pick out 25 to 30 of my favorites here, but you can see everything I see, and we will see how this goes. Boy, that's beat to hell. Buy it now. There's no way. $800 for this. This is a no rarity error. There should be a symbol on the bottom there, but there is not. This is kind of a planned error on the Japanese side, but yeah, very interesting. Holy cow, that is beat to hell. Okay. Interesting. Got a crimp, double hollow error. Gray stamp. Whenever I see these dark Arbok, you know, everyone says it's just the date error. I always look for the hollow shift error, so that's kind of the only time I'll talk about that. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, we can view the price here. So this huge stain error, Scarlet and Violet with Sandshrew, sold for $50. You can see this is a water obstruction error, so the water got on the printing process and some of the ink didn't stay, so that is why it's lighter like that. You can tell it's not just a standard water damage after the fact, it's because the back of the card is not damaged at all. So very cool, sold for 50 bucks. Pricing information, I'm guessing that probably goes for around $1. So we got a 5,000% EVI, about. Math is going to be kind of hard this week. We'll see how I do, but yes, very cool card. I hate seeing these because every single one has the illustrator error. Very off-center, that's alright. I keep seeing these guys' photos. I don't want to talk about this one, it's not a good error. But he takes like the most dramatic photos ever. I've been seeing this on some error cards, some non-error cards, where it only takes up like 20% of the screen and he's holding it and it's really, really dramatic. I guess it catches your eye a little bit, and then he has these photos with more information, so there's nothing wrong with it. I just think it's funny because I am recognizing this guy's style here. Oh. It was ended by the seller. So if this sold, this is a really good deal for this card. This is a stage error War Turtle. Typically, I think goes for around $80, $90. And if it's in good shape, goes for higher because when it gets graded, you make more money on it. But 45 or best offer, whatever it would be. If it says it does not, I don't feel like looking it up, but that is a very cool one. Very good price if someone was able to get that. Unless they bought, even if they bought it in the US, it would be about 14 bucks to get it shipped to you, so that's really not bad at all. That's a cool one. Oh, okay. So is this a screen error? I forget what this is called. So it's you can see the portion of the hollow here is lighter on this side. I really forget the name of what this is, but I know you see it in other examples. That's very cool. Would it be like a partial incomplete hollow error? Definitely something, probably a water obstruction on the hollow layer. Very cool. Oh, we can see what this sold for. here's how I do it if you want to know when I look up pricing, and it cannot have that little symbol there. You go here, and looks like this sold for, okay, sold for $50. Very cool. Card's in pretty good shape too. Nice. Stainmon Lee, let's go. This is a larger stain here, so this is repeating air. Largest goes from around the foot to down here. Will be more pronounced though, and this one is probably about 60% of the size of the largest one, so that's a cool one. Let's see what this sold for. Oh. $574 sold for exactly that amount. Wow. See how it's little arrow there. Okay. So not in the best shape, but still for this card with how rare this is, that might be a good price still. PSA 9 double hollow error. Wow. I would have talked about this one for sure. Just with the idea it could be $900, that always gets my attention, and I don't find out until after, so. $760, not bad. Wow. Oh, that's a cool one. Now, if I'm not mistaken, EVI for this is usually around 100 to 200%, just for what it would go for a PSA 9. Maybe 250, but I can't see it going higher than that. I believe the first editions are where you kind of see more money for that. The higher EVI as well. Alright. PSA 10. No symbol Vileplume from Jungle Set. Symbol is missing here. PSA sold this one actually. What did they rake in for their customer? I'm guessing they're a consignment shop as well. Oh man, alright. $14.50. $942. That's pretty good actually. Honestly, not bad. I don't know what the... You see some, I think that is more kind of the rarer hollows in this set, but some have gone for crazy amounts, I think probably too high, so I think around $900 is fair for this card. Very cool card, obviously a very low population too. Here's where I always get confused too. So I don't know what happened here, if this is just an error or something, but this looks like the exact same. No, it's not the same photo. They're just very consistent. Interesting. Okay, never mind. But sometimes you see the same listing twice, and it's like, how would you do that? How did that sell twice? Maybe one was sold and the other one just got canceled, or they double listed it. Sometimes just things like that happen. That's wonky. That is Edge of Sheet miscut as well. You see that? Right there and right there. What did this sell for? My guess is $45. I have not checked yet. If I'm right, I'm gonna be so cool. If I'm wrong, I don't know. 55. Wow. Okay. So we can assume, I'm guessing probably $1 for this. So that would be the #1 spot this week so far, with probably around 5,400% for the EVI. Not bad at all. I'll snap, nothing's gonna happen, but $55 for that is not bad. Jeez. Here we have a hollow blade. Oh, that's showing through pretty good actually. That's not bad. I know I've seen for Pokemon Evolutions, the 2016 set, that's where you see some crazy hollow blades, and where different grading companies will actually recognize that error. but it's very hard to tell. So you see CGC recognizes a lot of errors, but this was not severe enough for them to be able to count that as an error, which I think is fair. It's sometimes subjective, but also it's just very hard to tell. So that's very neat though. NFC, that don't matter. I wouldn't have talked about this, but since I'm here, always kind of interesting to see this. You know, this is the, I forget who made this, the Artbox Action Flips. To see these miscut, you always seem kind of misaligned a little bit, but to see it this wonky, there's that edge of sheet miscut too, it might be. That's always cool to see. So, yeah. Again, I wouldn't have talked about this, but always kind of fun. We're still recording, hell yeah, alright. Please let me know in the comments if you like this style of video. My life sometimes gets a little bit busy and the normal format does not work sometimes. So if you like the idea of just me kind of scrolling through here, is it acceptable? I'll try to make it as fun as possible. I don't think I'm too entertaining, but that might not be the case. I don't know. Just appreciate everyone watching and love to hear your feedback. Here is one very skewed to the right. So it got pushed and we have a gorgeous border there. On the left side, you can see we got one alignment dot, but that's a good portion of another card there. Very unique. Always cool when it's not just a standard Pokemon card. I know the EX cards don't sell for too much, but just the miscuts of these are always very mesmerizing. What we got? $35 Great British Pounds, is that the same? About, okay, $40 around there, so that's not bad. I don't know what this card goes for, but that's not bad at all. Got Hollow Bleed, crazy miscut here. Oh, I think this is my favorite double hollow just because of the eyes. Look at that, man. Might have sold for 500, maybe a little bit less. I'm not as invested, so I'm not going to check. Crazy NFC here. Look at that. Ooh. Oh, I might look up the price for this one. So I'm guessing one's the front, one's the back. This looks like it's a make ready card. That's usually what happens when you have two of the same, or you have the back on both sides. But yeah, we should see what this sold for. I will look up pricing too. Let's just a filler card. We'll say it's $1. Okay, let's see. $1,300. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. So I'm guessing this would be the winner this week. We wouldn't say $1 because it's CGC 7. So let's say $7, $10 if it was just a standard card. Who knows what? It's hard to compare these two, but $1,300 freaking dollars. Wow. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera much. You're gonna see this profile of me. I think it's an okay hair day. I look all right. Skin's looking all right, so that's okay. $1,300, incredible. Savage Slabs, 41 ratings, 100% positive. Good for you. Good for you. That is incredible. Black Dot Charizard. Boy, PGC, it's tough. Even if this does sell for 1,700, I think this is like lower than a PSA 10. I'll just look up. Reset Charizard. Yeah, standard PSA 10 Charizard, $9,000. Then you go here, an Air Charizard, supposedly a 10. You get this cross-graded. I don't know what it would turn into, but that would be a lot. 10,000 at least? Man, that is incredible. Again, with the black dot, you can see we have the black dot over the second N in Nintendo, and we also have a slight hollow shift here. So the hollow is moved up in regards to the rest of the card. Very cool, very unique, and man, don't get it graded with PGC. Even if this is like a PSA 8 Charizard, this is going to sell for a lot more. And then you add the error on it. I don't know. You hate to see it. Someone got a freaking steal, and I wonder if they're going to crack it and get it regraded somewhere else, or just try to do a crossover. I've been seeing these pop up a lot in some of the groups I'm in. So this is kind of interesting, seeing it's a missing ink error. I think that is correct. So it's basically where just it's darker in some spots there. It almost looks like the ink is added, but it's actually subtracted. And we'll see what this sold for. We're all students of the game here. We want to see what's going on. Sold for $220. Wow. Okay. Average price for this is around high 100s, if not $200. So I don't think this one really adds too much value. It's either the miscuts or the crimps or whatever that would sell for a lot more for this card. So yeah, kind of cool, but also again, sometimes too, if it's hard to see the error or hard to tell what the error is, it doesn't add too much value, in my opinion, and also in the facts. Okay, this I believe is just sun fading. The border changes color first. I don't believe there are actually any legit albino errors from what I've heard. So be wary if you are looking at these. If you just want one, go ahead, but don't go posting it in an error community and expect people to be nice to you. I'll still be nice to you because I don't know, but yeah, just be careful. And also be careful if you are trying to just get a legit card. Boy, don't scan the cards, take a photo of it, because that is not what it actually looks like. This is not an error. So we're going to, oh boy, these are all different. Okay, we're going to November 11th, I believe. So we got a little bit ways to go still. See if we can find something good. PSA 6, double hollow. Here's a skewed miscut once again. That's what we got here. We have $99. Okay, cool. I don't know what this usually goes for, but that's again a GX card, a tag team. I think those usually sell for a decent amount, and a pretty severe miscut, I would say. We got one, I see 2 for sure alignment dots, maybe a third on the upper right here. Yeah, very cool. See those quite a bit. Ooh, an alignment dot on a water energy. That's pretty neat. Ooh, okay. Incomplete hollow pattern. So this one is, now this is where I get a little confused. So I think it's more easy to tell, you know, you have all these different views here. I wonder how the foil works where you still see some of the stars. I don't know how that whole process works, if like some of them will end up on one part of the hollow, but then they add another part that has the rest of the hollow. Hard to say. It's hard to say for me, but CGC8 Blastoise going for $3,500. Supposedly. Let's see what it actually sold for. $2,200, that is still insane. I feel like a grade 8 Blastoise would not be anywhere near that. So we can even check. I'm invested now. Base set Blastoise, and we have grade 8, $181. Okay, so you times it by 10, that would be $1,800. That would be around 1,000. So I'd say EVI is probably around 11 or 1,200%. Which could be in the top 10 this week if I were to do a real video. Very unique, very cool. Wow, you don't see incomplete hollows too often. I know they're prevalent in every single set from Wizards of the Coast, but to see one of the big three have it too, that's very cool. Very cool, very unique, and that is a lot of money. Jeez. I would never talk about this, but is that a miscut? No. No, it's not. It's not. For some reason, filler cards don't do it for me. I've had changes in error preferences in the past. I think these are cool. Maybe it's just because they're on my price range, and they're usually just, I don't know. So not a big fan of filler cards. I think they're cool. I think the whole idea of them are cool and that they pop up. But just like, to me, it's not too interesting to talk about in videos. So that's why I haven't really talked about one in a while. If there's a crazy one, you know, by all means I will, but it usually doesn't happen too often. PSA label errors, those aren't as exciting in my mind. I only talk about PSA 10s for the Nintendo error. Ooh. Printer Hickey? Not this one. Oh yeah, okay. So this is a repeating error. You have the ink stain here and here across both sides. I'm trying to remember if this is of varying severity or not, but a cool one. I think this is one that would be one I would want, obviously. Card's not in the best shape, but I think for $60 or whatever it sold for, pretty fair. It's cool. You see a little bit of ink coming through the art box there. Not bad. So, I don't know if I would have talked about this one. I think I might have, but this doesn't just scream that exciting to me. I don't know, why not? Kind of odd. Clearly happened in the factory. Some people ask this sometimes, how can you know it's just not an actual Pokemon card cut up? Unless they position it perfectly, no matter how it works out, you're going to have bigger borders. So you can't just get a standard Pokemon card and cut it because it just won't work that way. It's going to look too obvious. But with this, you can obviously tell, unless this is NFC and then they tried to do it. But even then, I think there's ways to tell. So, yeah, this is a cool one. We got 4 alignment dots. Don't know what the actual sale price is. Not invested enough. But, yeah, pretty darn unique. Would have been top 10 pretty easily too, I believe. So here we have the Portuguese version. So every single Portuguese War Turtle has this stage error, but they still sell for a decent amount. I think $40 is what I've seen personally for around what they should sell for. So if you're balling on a budget like I am most of the time, not a bad option, honestly. I know every single one of those has it, but they're still kind of hard to come by. So a good option if you don't want the English version. Or if you speak Portuguese, this is probably the better option. PSA 8, double hollow error. Look at those eyes. This is one sometimes I'd be. Where is the? Oh, so is that what the error is? Okay, I was thinking at first with this it just looked very dark. I was like, oh, is it like the image of Magneton actually darker? But it looks like the insufficient ink would be right here. So it's kind of cool, kind of collectible, kind of cool. I don't know, a little bit off center too, but that one. Not doing it for me as much. Still cool to see though. Again, love my Wizards of the Coast errors. Oh man, did I? PSA 9. Let's see what this sold for. If my scrolling face and my thinking face are really dumb, I apologize. I know my regular camera face is already kind of dumb, so I just imagine it's magnified quite a bit. I'm not cutting out any of the errors I do here. We love errors. $1,700. Look at that. That's a neat one. Again, always hard for me to tell with this. You know what? Maybe this isn't, because I was gonna say it's darker around and there's more hollow, and PSA recognizes that. So this guy might be lying. This person might be lying. Because 1,700 might be actually the going price for a PSA 9 just in general. I'm imagining whoever bought this probably knows that this wasn't an error. I always spell Gyarados wrong. Oh, never mind. Oh no. If you know if this is double hollow, let me know. But might not be. Again, PSA, we've seen it in other examples already today. They recognize a double hollow error. Oh boy. This might make more sense too. Let me know after the facts. I will be putting the non-error versions after this. I'm not seeing them, so we'll see if that's an actual error or not. Let me know in the comments, please do. PSA 1 Top Sun, no number. Interesting. Square cut error. So if this is actually from the factory, it looks like same person. Could come all in the same pack. So with newer cards, it's definitely an option with how bad the quality control is. This is always just kind of a funny one to me. In the corrected version, those eyes are just a little bit more looking forward, not up that young lass's skirt. Does this have a crimp? Sometimes I'm just wary. Oh yeah, looks like a tiny little crimp, easier to see on the back. Yeah, okay. I wouldn't have talked about that though. NFC, yes. Kind of off center, that's not bad. Not the Black Flame error, this is Shadowless, so everyone has the Black Flame. For Shadowless, you want to look for the no damage error, so the 80 would be missing. I guess while we're here, I recently picked up a card. Oh, let me show you. Oh, wait, no. Well, wait a sec. Where am I? How far did I scroll? Okay. Cut that. Oh, I think we're past where I should be talking. Okay, so that's it for that. Now, I found this card. Here, let me get to my recent purchases. Hopefully I don't show anything incriminating. So, I purchased this card recently. PSA 8 Shadowless Squirtle. Is that all it is? No. Red Diamond error. Not listed as an error. This was selling for $40, and I picked it up for $40. Pretty cool. This is the first graded card I have purchased, and being 100% transparent, I am going to try to flip it and get some funds so I can buy some more error cards. You know, I see sometimes it's just like, you know what, that's cool, but not really in the cards for me right now. No pun intended. So hopefully to flip it and maybe make a little bit of a profit and use those funds to buy more error cards and maybe just keep the ball rolling. Get some more to sell, some more for my own collection. I will be sure to let you know what happens with all of that. But I have used my patented method, not patented, list it for higher than I think it's going to sell for and do best accepted offer price. So we'll see how we do. I guess we could look, so we have a little bit more time here. Just kidding, it's my YouTube channel. I can do what I want. I could be here for 2 hours, but we'll go to Heritage Auctions. So HA. And I'll show you kind of how I look up these other ones. There's usually nothing on Heritage Auctions. Sometimes it'll be some really big, crazy ones. But yeah, we'll see. Just showing you behind the scenes here. I imagine this one will be more for the fans, the people who kind of know me through the videos, have seen other ones, enjoy the content. Not for the new people that are joining. If you are new, please subscribe. Thank you. It's nice to have you here. But it's kind of fun to see the behind the scenes a little bit. So I hope this is okay. I hope people enjoy watching this. Some people like to have it on the background. I hear I'm on some people's TVs. That is like the weirdest thing ever to me. But yeah, I always have a hard time finding which one's sold too. Okay, all sold auctions. There we go. We'll go Pokemon and auction year this year, and we'll go by most recent sales. So for here, okay, I have no idea how sealed product works for this. Looks like this was November 23rd, so this would kind of be in the range of that. Very cool. I always see, I've never seen a 10 for these. I always see like 9s and 8s and 9.2, so I don't really know what the whole grading criteria is for that, but clearly these sold for a pretty gosh darn penny. Look at that, 21, 15, 23, 42. Holy cow. A lot of these sold. I wonder if this is from the same collector. Interesting. Boy, look at that. This was all, yeah, November 23rd. And then other ones. Okay, and then sometimes I will just look, I'll type in error Pokemon, and the results will be cut by 100. Misprint first production November 23rd. What is this? Okay. Yeah, let's see. If you know what the error is here, let me know. Oh, adapter misprint. So it adapter is spelled wrong somewhere. It's not misspelled there. I don't know. You're seeing the filtering process here. Ooh, okay. October 19th. That would have been in the no, October 19th. Never mind. Are these the alpha or the beta cards? Beta. I know there's a couple errors for those, but okay, so nothing really to show for errors there. And then the last one we would go to is Heritage Fanatics Collect. We go log in. Probably blur that out, maybe. Error Pokemon. Oh, this one's always weird to see. Okay. Sold. Error Pokemon. PSA 8 sold for $4,200. Oh, so first edition. Okay, that makes sense. Boy, first edition Celebi not getting any love though. 420. I know it's only PSA 7, but you'll see this pretty frequently. If you are an error buyer or just interested, you see like a kind of a cool miscut here. $13. So you can get some good deals. I've seen other people get some real good steals. Kind of a crazy miscut here for tops, only $72. So it doesn't look like anything really too recent, but very cool. Let's just see what, and this is where some of the big dogs go to sell. If we go and we go to highest price and apply. Yeah, this is where like the big dogs would sell, like the PSA 10 first edition Charizards and everything, PSA 7 illustrators and everything. So cool site. I always like to check it just to see if something is happening, but don't really see anything else right now. Alright, I'm going to pause this recording and hope that everything worked, because I've never recorded my screen and myself at the same time, so I'll be right back. So that's the end of the video. Feel free to skip this part if you don't want to, but I went to Hawaii recently and thought I'd share a couple videos and photos and maybe tell a story or two. I thought it was kind of interesting, and if nothing else, I can look back on this and see some of the things I talked about. I usually like to make a little video and post it on social media or something. I still might do that, but I don't really talk through it too much. So while it's still fresh in my head, I'm going to talk about it. So again, feel free to skip, but otherwise, I'll talk you through a few of these things. So I got a rental car to drive from my house to the airport. My wife, we have two cars, but one's really crappy, so my wife kept the car. And I just got a standard mid-size car, and the guy goes, "Hey, you want a Mercedes?" I go, "Yes. Is that any extra cost?" He says no, so I drove a Mercedes for the first time. I was in the parking lot for about 20 minutes, I would say, when I first got it, because I didn't know how to start the damn thing. Well, I knew to push to start, but to shift gears and everything, it's a little twist, and I didn't know how to do the mirrors, and then I accidentally hit a button and it tried to start parking itself, so not really too familiar with these luxury cars. So I thought that was kind of funny. Very cool though. My first experience driving in a nice car. Hopefully one day I will get there as my daily driver, but not now. Got to the airport way too early because I'm an old man. I love doing that. Here's just a video of me sitting in an airplane seat. I was sat next to a man who went like this about every 30 seconds. This was a 9-hour flight. He slept for about 3 hours. I watched 4 movies, but he was coughing constantly. It was ridiculous. At some point, I felt like bitching him out. I didn't, because I'm passive aggressive. So yeah, I didn't do it. But boy, that was very annoying. I watched Friday Night Lights, The Social Network, Office Space, and I forget the last one. I have it somewhere, but I watched 4 different movies, so that was fun on the plane. Just kind of raw dogged it. They were also handed out wine, so I had a few glasses of wine, which made it a little bit nicer. And yes, 9-hour straight flight. That was kind of rough. You'll probably see some of this in the intro. I tried to do a cool intro when I thought I would be filming from there. Yeah, here am I just walking around. I think this is the first night I got there. Looking for the sunset. One thing that one of my clients told me is that when you are in Hawaii, one thing you want to look for is the sunset and watch for it to go right down to the horizon, because you will see a green flash right as it's about to dip below the horizon. It's something that is like not an optical illusion, I forget what it would be called, but something with like refracting of the light. Unfortunately, when I went, I did not see that because there were a couple clouds right at the bottom of the horizon, right near the horizon there. But yeah, look at this incredible view. It is so pretty. Just absolutely incredible. I had never experienced something this beautiful before. Gorgeous place. I might be going back for vacation in a few months, but yes, very cool to see. Here's a vertical video taken for the gram. You know, gotta show people where you're at. I think I put work trip quotes, but yes, very cool. You can see the sun was just about to go down to the horizon, and yes, no green spark because some clouds appeared right at the end. I'm just gonna keep clipping through. Boy, I did that a lot. Little crab there. Thought that was kind of neat. Nothing much more to say about that. There's a crab again, but horizontal. I was like, you know, oh, there's 2 crabs. I will show the YouTube fam about this. So I was thinking, not there yet. One of the prettiest things I've ever seen. I don't know if you can hear that. I don't think you can hear sound for this, but that's what I said. Just gorgeous. Let's skip. You see a lot of people see the sunset. And you see those are the damn clouds that appeared. People are surfing and everything, very pretty. There's like, I imagine, like tourist cruises that'll take you out. People are paddling to view the sunset. A big ordeal. I'm gonna stop talking about the sunset now. Okay. Chickens. Chickens in Hawaii. I think I knew that, but it's just kind of weird to see them walking around. Me being a Wisconsin boy, I'm used to just seeing that in farms, so kind of cool to see. And then, yeah, here is that same spot the next morning. I think I woke up at like 4 or 5 a.m. Just because I like waking up early. And so I got a coffee, got a donut, and just started walking around enjoying the morning before I had to get to work. Yeah. There are the Tootsies in the water. My wife hates it when I call it Tootsies because she doesn't watch these videos. Look at that. I'm trying to be cinematic here. I have like the smooth motion on my camera, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna run through, and it didn't look that cool. We can kind of skip some of this stuff. Bunch of pigeons. I don't know what the heck they were eating here. I think a couple people laughed at me as I took this video because I looked like a big ass tourist, but I don't care. I thought it was kind of fun. Here, my business partner and I were driving through, and this place is just freaking gorgeous. Something Blowhole. I should probably know the name of this, but it's one of the most scenic places I've ever seen. And it is basically like this little cove that you go to, and I will show a video of that right now. Drive. Look at that. So this whole area, supposedly, we were there around 2 p.m. Later in the day, it fills up even more and kind of comes onto the shore here a little bit. So very cool to see, and I was actually kind of swimming in the water. Yeah, you can see those waves were pretty vicious. So I was out there, not this far out, but a little further in, and yeah, you can see the viewing spot from on top there. But yeah, just very, very cool to see. And luckily, not too many people were there when we were there. I think I heard around 3 or 4 p.m. is when it starts to get busy, and we had left at that point. So there are these little like spearfish things. Not spearfish, but they're like 4 inches. They're like big minnows, I would say. I think this video shows some of that. Might be hard to see. Yeah, and they were kind of all swimming around there. At some point, a couple of them like bit me and ran into me, and it kind of freaked me out a little bit, but really wasn't too bad. I thought those were just kind of cool, so this video shows that. You can see kind of what it's like to be in the water when these waves are crashing by. Here is something cool. Okay, look around this area right here. So supposedly there are like 2 or 3 resident turtles that are known for this little cove, and they hang out, and sometimes you see them. And I was taking a video, I'm holding my phone way up above my head, and it turns out that I caught one of the turtles on camera. So look right around here. Right there, turtle popped up. Popped back down, he's right there. And I was so excited. I'm like yelling to my business partner, like, oh my god, I saw him! And yeah, so that was very cool. And yeah, you see the water crashing and everything. So I got up pretty far out there where I couldn't touch anymore. And it was fun, you know, just obviously make sure to stay away from the rocks. I'm a confident swimmer, so it really felt okay to be out there. But yeah, look at that. I just, my favorite thing in the world is jumping up and down in the waves, which you'll see in a moment comes to bite me in the ass. Don't have a video of it, but I'll tell you in just a second. So from here, we went to a beach that is just, what, 2 minutes away, like a minute drive away. So it's right next to here. And it was gorgeous. Let's see. Oh, that's not a good video. Here I am on the rock. I'm skipping the timeline a little bit. So same area right here, and we'll get to the other spot in just a second. My business partner. Yeah, I asked him, do you see the turtle? I do not see the turtle. Cove. Okay, here I was taking a really cinematic video. I was like, oh boy, this is gonna look good. I couldn't get the editing right. I couldn't get the color right, so it didn't look that good. But here is, right over here is where the beach is, where we were at. Again, these were the waves. So as I said, my favorite thing in the world is jumping through waves. And there were signs everywhere that said, careful, do not swim, waves are too big, you know, something like that. I'm like, oh yeah, bullshit. Here, I'm a big guy, I can handle it. So I go out there, and I'm okay at first, and then my favorite thing to do is right when the wave is about to crash, I jump up and I like kind of ride it, but that was with like 6 or 7 foot waves at the highest. These were like 10 to like 15 foot waves, and so a couple times I jumped up right as the wave was about to crash. I'd be on top, and I would topple over, I would fall, and then the wave would crash on me, and I'd be under the water for like 3 or 4 seconds. I remember it tossing me around several different times, and told my partner, You know, like, hey, let's stay for a while. You know, like, can we stay for like an hour? I really just want to keep jumping. I'm in there for like 5 minutes. I get my ass handed to me so many times that I'm just like, hey, buddy, I'm ready to go. Because the last time, I tried it one more time, and I never learned. I just kept jumping up as high as I could and trying to ride the wave. I'd topple over. I got water in my nose, in my mouth, in my ears. I felt like I got cleansed everywhere. It felt awful, and I was seriously thinking, like, I'm lucky I did not break or tear something. Like, that easily could have kicked my ass more than it did. So I decided to count my losses and just say, you know what? I'm good to just kind of chill and enjoy the warm weather and not get my ass handed to me anymore. So this beach was really fun, and I think if I were to do it again, I saw one guy who was a local who was like, as the wave is crashing down, he was kind of like diving into it, and he actually like did what surfers do, where he's riding the wave instead of jumping on top of it. So I think that's what I would do if I were still here, or maybe I'll do it next time. But I gotta be careful because that seriously did kick my ass so hard. Maybe if I go out a little bit further, I think the fact that it was crashing down at the shore. Yeah, look at that. God. Oh, yeah, when it was crashing down, it's kind of when it kicked my ass. I would even like stand here, and this water would just beat me up. Oh my goodness. So yeah, one more time. Just look how vicious that is. See, those are like human-sized people, so that's like those are big waves, and I'm glad I caught that because I knew it would hurt. Some cute cats. You see this one might have gotten in the fight. It's got a little clip on its ear. We got a sleeping duck. There's just some cool fountains. So the area I was in, a lot of hotels and everything in Honolulu. So yeah, lots of cool areas for animals to be around. Duck is my favorite animal. I don't think it's the coolest, but it's the coolest one near me, and I want to have my favorite animal be near me. So that's why I say duck. Here's a cute kitty. Oh yeah, so I'm walking through this one mall. I walked like several miles to get here, and it's just all these damn expensive places. You know, Balenciaga. What are some of the other ones? Dolce and Gabbana. All the ones they sing the songs about. I went to North Face and got a sweatshirt, $100 sweatshirt. So that was my big purchase. It's very warm, and the guy could tell I was not from the area because I was purchasing a sweatshirt when it was 85 degrees out. Got it for home. And then here, the next day, we decided to go to this place. Again, I don't remember the name. Maybe I'll put it on the screen if I remember to. But all it is it's a hiking trail, and it's like 1.2 miles up the hill, and it's uphill constantly. And I used to be a runner in college, and I ran more in the summer and in the fall. Now that it's closer to winter, I haven't been running much, but we got here, and I was like, you know what? Let's go for a run. So I ran up the hill once, felt really confident, and then as I was going back down, I was like, you know what? I'll do it again. And that was like one of the biggest mistakes in my life. No, it wasn't. I think it injured. I think it burned either. So it wasn't a mistake. I was happy to push myself, but it was just it was a crazy hill. It was like I've never done that much hill running in my life before. You can see it's just gorgeous, but it's also just like all uphill. So that was very difficult. I think my total run was like 4.6 miles or something. Very fun. Very challenging, so it's kind of nice to push myself a little bit. You see everyone's walking here, and I feel like the biggest boss in the world running, huffing and puffing, going slow, but happy I did that. And yeah, I think I posted this on YouTube. I just took a selfie of myself there, but gorgeous, gorgeous place. Here's the view at the top. Look at this. So 1.2 miles of running uphill led to this. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't know where or what any of these are called, but so cool to see, worth the view, and again, glad I pushed myself, and just like, yeah, cool to see all of this, really. So that was in the morning, the day I left. I left at like 6 p.m., and I just saw some of this. Here's me running down the hill. It's crazy how good iPhone Steadicam is. So I'm running, and I'm bouncing the phone like this, and it keeps it that steady. There's a setting you can do for like action mode, and so I made sure to utilize that, otherwise this footage would be unusable. But I should probably hold that sideways. Yeah, that's just more of that. I also I got paid to take photos of myself using a massage gun, and here I am about half an hour before I leave for the airport, and I realize I need to go to a golf course and take pictures of myself. So I look like a homeless man. I have both of my bags. I have another shopping bag. I just look like a wreck. I'm dressed like this, and I tried to take photos of myself. I set up a tripod just using my phone and the professional settings on there, so I could just get a better, like, professional image. And so I take a bunch of photos of myself. They look like crap. And then I meet, I believe his name was Mark. I walk up to Mark and I go, hey, this is probably the most random thing in the world, and feel free to say no, but could I give you $20 and then take some photos of you using these massage guns? He goes, sure. Really nice guy. So I take some photos of him using different massage guns, and then I believe, yeah, he took this photo of me. I realized after he took them that I was like, my hair is probably awful, and I was right. Look at that. Probably can't use that. So I straightened up my hair, got some more photos done. After this, I left, thanked Mark, got to the airport, and then took 19 hours to fly home. I had several different stops, and on the first stop home, from Honolulu to another Hawaii island, they mistagged my bag, and it is currently lost. So during the time of this recording, that bag is lost. Is it in Hawaii? I don't know. The people in Hawaii say no, but when I talk to the people at Delta in Minneapolis, they say, we don't know where your bag is. So that was kind of fun. I found that out at midnight after my first flight, and then I tried to sleep. It was a couple hour layover and everything. Tried to sleep on the plane, didn't do it. So stayed up all night after running in the morning, waking up early. So I was up for like 48 hours, got home, relaxed a little bit, and then the next day had to go to a wedding and had a lot of fun, and now here I am the next Monday. So I'm tired. I'm happy to film this. If you made it to this point, comment, wow, nice trip, ! And I will know that you are a super fan, and I don't know what else to say. That would be cool. But yeah, if you like hearing me ramble, maybe I'll talk some more later. I don't know. Oh, this was the sunset at the golf course. It was gorgeous. So much fun. And then here's my dog. We dropped him off at my sister's house. Please ignore it. That's the dirtiest car ever. It's just more for transporting dogs, but I thought he looked like a question mark. He's just curved here. He's got that bump on his head that he always has, and he's just curved. I think that's hilarious. Okay, thank you for watching. If you've made it to this point, thank you. That's sincere. I don't know why someone will be watching up until here. I enjoy talking, though. This is kind of fun. I feel like I've gotten better at talking while I've been doing this channel, and sometimes I know I've kind of painted myself into a little bit of a box by just having that dedicated error Pokemon card content. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to just be doing random videos where I'm not talking about error cards, but if you like this more off-the-cuff stuff, let me know. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Boy.